All right, so picture this. You're a new rider or a fairly new rider. And now when I'm talking about a new rider, I'm talking about you don't have any experience riding dirt as a kid. You really are a brand new rider, really getting into the sport, and you're wondering how to do it. Other brands have little 125cc motorcycles. The Honda Grom comes to mind. Other small displacement bikes, Kawasaki's KLX 230 also comes to mind. But Yamaha doesn't really have anything in that lower displacement level, at least not here in the US. But that changes now with that, the WR125R. Designed for new riders looking to get into the sport, really easy entryway into motorcycling, or people who want a secondary or even a tertiary, that's third, motorcycle that you can like toss on your RV, go somewhere and just go bop around and explore. But the primary focus of the WR125R is new riders or really inexperienced riders who want to break into motorcycling. And it's Yamaha's attempt to capture legacy riders, people who will start off small on the Yamaha ladder and then graduate up to bigger and bigger Yamahas over time. So, what is the WR125R all about? Let's go take a look and find out. All right, so what are my thoughts on the WR125R? If you know anything about me and my work here at Motorcycle.com, you know that I'm not really the dirt guy, not my jam, don't really care for it, to be quite honest with you. This is a bike geared towards people with the skill level I have, maybe not towards the experience overall that I have, but the skill level that is definitely geared towards people like me. The beauty of this bike is it's so light and there's pretty good power considering how small the engine is. Nothing at all is intimidating about this package at all. It's super easy to ride. I would say maybe the only thing, there's riders here that are 5'1" and they had no problem riding the bike. Touching the ground wasn't an issue. It's very unassuming, which is the entire point of it all. Nothing to be scared about. It's not a speed demon with a 125cc engine. You're not going to go anywhere very fast, but you are going to get there eventually. That's the cool thing about this bike is you may not get there first, but you will get there eventually. So if reliability is your jam and you're looking for a third, fourth, whatever bike to haul somewhere and play around with, that could be a good option too. But here's the kicker with the WR125R. It's $4,000, $3,999. For someone looking to get started and you want a brand new bike to learn how to do things on, $4,000. That's cheaper than some mountain bikes. That's, I think, cheaper than some of those Sur-Ron electric bikes that will inevitably get impounded. And when that happens, you could get one of these and go bomb around somewhere else too. So really fun. So we took it up onto some fire roads nearby here. Again, my dirt skills are very much lacking, as you'll see in this video. Took it up some fire roads and it just chugs along. We climbed some hills and yeah, we have to put it in one of the lower gears and just keep it revving. But as long as you do that, it'll pull, it'll chug, it'll go, go, go. I didn't stall it. Everything worked out the way it should. Don't be afraid to just give it all the beans because it likes to rev and it'll slowly chug up the hill. So on the road, like I said, it's no speed demon. I was happy to see maybe 60 miles an hour. Our route didn't really have a whole lot of straight roads. And again, with the 125, it's not freeway legal, so we can't even go on the freeway with that and really see what's top speed. But if you're just going around, you know, roads that are not highly trafficked, canyon backcountry roads, it's got plenty of power, plenty of speed. It's a 6-speed transmission too, so you can go up all through the gears and really take advantage of 6 gears to get you up easily into the flow of traffic and beyond. You know, it's a very basic bike for $4,000. Don't expect spectacular brakes. Don't expect, you know, anything cutting edge, but good, cheap, reliable transportation to get you off-road and on-road and welcome you into the Yamaha family. You know, you could go with like an MT-03 if a street bike is calling your name, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you kind of want to explore the duality of motorcycling, street, dirt, and you're really new to this whole thing altogether, the WR125R could be the ticket for you. The engine, a 125cc single cylinder engine, makes not a lot of horsepower. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but it's a 125, which means if you don't know motorcycle terminology, it's really, really small. In fact, it's so small, it's not even legal to use on the freeway. I think you need 150 cc's or above to do that. So really easy entryway into learning how to ride. For those of you who do know a little bit more technical terms, this 125cc Yamaha engine also comes with VVA. That's Yamaha's term for variable valve actuation. And so on the intake cam, after you hit 7,400 RPM, there's an electronic servo that switches to a different cam profile, so you have a pretty good amount of power down low for a 125. And then once you hit the 7,400 RPM mark, the servo switches over to the different cam profile on the intake side, and then you get more valve lift, and so you have more power up top too. So the engine will rev to like 12,000, 13,000 RPM, and it pulls all the way up there. I mean, you know, again, for a 125. It has decent power down low, but then it pulls up top too, so it's pretty impressive as far as that goes. Now, I'm 5'8" with a 30-inch inseam, and as I sit on the bike, it's pretty easy to flat foot this. I mean, that foot's on the ground, no problem. That foot's on the ground, no problem. It's pretty easy. It's a pretty sparse layout, which is really all you need. You have the starter switch over there, the kill switch. You've got, underneath my helmet, the brake lever. Over here, you've got the turn signals, the horn, the low and high beams, the push to pass button here, and the clutch lever. Clutch pull is light, but not too light. You get really good feel from that. But here's one of the cool features I want to show you. Look right there once I turn the key on. Hi, bro. I'm not sure if you saw that, but it says hi, bro, for a quick second. As far as the LCD gauges go, super, super basic. Fuel gauge, speed, gear indicator, and then a tachometer up there. And on a bike like this, you're spending a bunch of your time way up there. Usual warning lights, ABS, temperature, bright lights, turn signals, neutral indicator, stuff like that. All pretty basic stuff. Listen to it purr. Now watch here where it says VVA. Now, I'm not sure if you could hear it from where you are, but from where I'm sitting, right at that 7,400 mark, I could hear like this teeny tiny audible click, which I'm assuming is the servo switching the intake cam profiles. I certainly can't hear that while I'm riding, but just now, just sitting here revving the engine like that, I could hear that little click. I'm assuming that is the servo switching over, and as you saw on the tack, once you get to the 7,400 RPM range, it switches and it says VVA on the tack. So interesting stuff there. So that just about wraps it up for me with the WR125R from Yamaha for model year 2026. Be sure to go to Motorcycle.com. I will have a full written review there as well. I'll probably include some things there that I probably have forgot to talk about in here. So if you want the full rundown of the bike, full specs, full complete thoughts, all that stuff, go to Mo, read my review. All right, gang, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this one. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal, and ride safe, and I'll see you at the next one.